against the winner of this last game, Southwestern Oklahoma State. SWOSU with both the men and women in the tournament finals. Jumping the opening tip, Whitney Coffey for the Savage Storm. She will go up against Ariel Saunders for Harding. Into the front court, the Savage Storm and Whitney Coffey. Coffey up at the top of the key, sends it back over to Allie Stone. Stone down into the paint. Cranks it out to the top of the arc at Ashley Hogg. Now to the left wing, long threes, in and out, no good. Around the edge of the arc, Saunders gets it and takes it into Barty. Now a bounce pass, down low. And the shot falls short, it won't go. Back the other way, Nikki Nestor, down low on the baseline. She'll give it out to Whitney Coffey. Back the other direction. Into the front court. They'll bring it back over to the left wing, and Callie Barty. Down low, 2-pointer for Saunders is on the way in. 2-0, Harding leads. 19 minutes left to go in the first half.
Well, Harding team's very talented. A little bit of a size advantage on the inside. However, the Golden Suns were able to have that last night and weren't quite able to take full advantage of it. So we're going to see if the Harding Lady Bisons are able to do that here tonight.
Back the other direction. Here comes Harding into the front court. Montana Lewis swings it around the edge of the arc to Callie Barty. Barty back over between the keys, finds Ariel Saunders. Back up to Tabitha Haney, inside to Saunders. Her shot for two, hangs on the rim and falls through. 4-0, Harding leading.
And we saw already the strategy to try to use that size advantage, which they are doing with number 32, Ariel Saunders. Saunders with the team's 2 baskets so far, 2 for 2 from the field. Able to get inside the paint, doing a good job there.
From the right wing, a 3-pointer's on the way and in. That, ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Hobbs, the pride of Pecola, Oklahoma.
She's had a heck of a game against the Golden Suns last night. She had a couple of threes of her own, and we saw another one right there.
Into the front court. Here come those Lady Bisons. Callie Barty into the paint, finds Saunders. Ariel shot for two's on the way it in.
Saunders right now looking pretty unstoppable in the paint. And that's going to give her 3 straight baskets and a chance for the 3-point play with the free throw coming up.
Back at the free throw line, it will be Saunders doing the honors.
Take a look at the replay right there. She's able to power through the contact and put it in for the easy 2.
Next free throw is on the way, off the back iron, and no good. Back the other direction. Here comes Southeastern Oklahoma State.
Wait, whistle, not sure who it was called on.
I think we had an official's timeout or something when a girl went down. Inbound throws coming. They'll work it into the left wing. Nikki Nestor trying to go up for the shot. She'll draw a foul.
Nikki Nestor's going to be one you're going to have to watch out for if you're Harding. She averages almost 12 points a game in GAC play and is one of the main scorers of this Savage Storm team.
Back at the free throw line. Shot's up. It's on the way and in. Another free throw up and coming. Shots up, in and out, no good. Into the front court. Outlet pass to Whitney Coffey as she goes in. Another foul call. And this one is going to be on Callie Barty, her second. Out to the left wing. A long threes on the way and in. The second one in a row for Ashley Hobbs.
And we talked a little about her just a few minutes ago, that she's a very good shooter, especially from downtown. She had a couple of big threes last night against the Golden Suns, and apparently she hasn't dropped off any, as she's hit 2 big ones right now for the Savage Storm.
Up at the top of the circle area, Saunders races the lane and fires a 2.
Right now it appears to be Haas versus Saunders, as both are putting up major points for their team right now, combining for 12 points total, each 6 of the team's 7 and 8 points respectively.
Back the other way, Tabitha Haney takes it into the front court. She'll work it to the right wing. To Kristen Seltzer. Back in the paint, 2-point shots off the yard, no good for Ariel Saunders. McMenemy, Sherilyn McMenemy is in the ballgame. 2-point shots off the bottom of the glass, no good. Rebound to the stick back is up and in.
And you see Saunders drawing the double team and able to get the ball out. That's one disadvantage to the double team, is that there's going to be at least one person open.
10-7 our score. Tabitha Haney out of the backcourt.
And you actually have to watch from deep, and she's on one of the leaders and actually averaging about 2 threes a game in GSC play. So you have to keep an eye on her on the outside.
McMenemy in the paint, fires a 2. It's off the rim and no good. She'll try to get the rebound. It does so. Her stick back's blocked back the other direction. Here comes Southeastern Oklahoma State.
Talks about them being aggressive before the game tipped off, and that's exactly what we're seeing right now. They're attacking the basketball and forcing those blocks and turnovers.
Nestor, cross-court pass to Hobbs. Ashley down to the baseline to Whitney Coffey. Now in the paint. 2-point shots off the glass, no good for Jessica Hess. And Tabitha Haney will work it the other direction. Haney, top of the key, back to McMenemy. Haney between the circles, finding Lewis again. Ariel Saunders with a bounce pass over to McMenemy. She'll dribble inside, an underhanded shot hangs on the rim and won't fall. Rebound, Southeastern. 10-7 our score. Down low, 2-point shots off the iron, no good. Rebound Harding. Seltzer out of the backcourt.
Right now we're seeing both teams rebound pretty well on the defensive side of the glass so far. Gonna probably need to see a pickup of that offensive side rebounding if you want to have a chance to pull away. Both teams pretty close to each other in the early going.
Southeastern into the front court. Nikki Nestor gives it down low. Coffey back at the left wing. Hobbs for 3. Her shot's over the rim and no good. Saunders picks it up, and here comes Tabitha Haney. Haney across the time stripe. Moves it top of the key to McMenemy. Back over to Seltzer. Long threes on the way, in and out, no good for Tabitha Haney.
Haney, you're going to have to watch on there, as we mentioned, 3-point play. As it was before, that
Nestor
goes in.
Top of the key. Into the paint. Down low. 2-point shots on the way it in for Allie Stone. 10-9 our score. A 1-point lead for Harding.
These two teams almost pretty much mirror each other in their style of play. The game plan tried to get it to the inside.
Ariel Saunders nails that one, and now Southeastern Oklahoma State will take it the other direction.
Here's a stat for you. Of the 12 points Harding has, Saunders has 10 of them, and we're just barely 8 minutes into the first half.
Back into the front court. The basketball tipped out of bounds. And now we've got a whistle and a timeout. 12:28 left to play in the first half. Harding leading Southeastern Oklahoma 12-9. Take a break and be back after this.
Healing takes time. It also takes knowledge and expertise. Here we learn to reach out to and care for others through the application of medicine and true compassion. we understand that our mission is to take our training and abilities out into the world where they can and do heal the lives of others. For us, that mission began in a place of faith, learning, and living. Harding University.
Welcome back. 12:28 left to go in the first half. Harding leading Southeastern Oklahoma State 12-9. Blake.
Well, you know, we talked about both teams having to do fairly well in the rebounding percentages, and that's exactly what the difference in this ball game is. 7 rebounds for the Savage Storm. 10 rebounds for the Harding Lady Bisons, and those 3 rebounds are the difference we're looking at as far as points, so both teams are going to have to pick up. And also the Savage Storm, we're going to have to figure out a way to stop Saunders. Saunders doing a great job in the paint, 5 of 7 with 10 points. She has 10 points of Harding's 12.
All right, inbound pass is given to Tabitha Haney. Haney around the edge of the arc finds Montana Lewis. Lewis back up front. Finds an open lady, McMenemy, in 3-point range. A 2-pointer off the iron, nothing happening for Kristen Seltzer. 12-10 left to go in the first half.
That last looked like more of a volleyball game, spiking it up and around. And she tried to spike it back in bounds, however, not able to get it to go, and it'll be a turnover for the Lady Bison.
Bailey Welch into the front court for the Savage Storm. She'll work it back over to Haley Schaefer. Schaefer drives through traffic, travels with the basketball, but Harding will be able to take it the other direction. And now a timeout on the floor. 11:59 left to go in the first half. We'll take a break and be back right after this.
$144 All-Americans. Over $14 million in athletic facility improvements since 2005. The 2000 Baseball National Championship. Southeastern Athletics is striving to be the model NCAA Division II university.
Welcome back. 11:59 left to go in the first half. Harding leading Southeastern Oklahoma 12-9. Brad Merrill, Blake Smith along with you on the Great American Conference Network.
As you're saying, both teams are doing fairly well tonight. As far as points goes, we see a pretty close game, 12-9. More of a really defensive game. We've seen a lot of defensive plays. Both teams very aggressive defensively. As I mentioned before, the game where we're seeing that in full effect is not a lot of points are being scored right now, but it does make for an entertaining ball game, seeing two good defenses go at it.
The crew at JBM Productions back in the trailer has gotten bored, so they want to send shout-outs to about 53 people watching at home, but we'll do that here in just a moment. Montana Lewis out of the backcourt, gives off to Tabitha Haney. Haney goes across the time stripe, moves to the top of the key, gives it back over to McMenemy. Now to Montana Lewis, and there's a foul away from the basketball. Tamara and Keith Brown, the best part of the JBM crew, want to shout out to Becky, Kristen, and Kayla Brown. Both Kayla and Kristen go to Harding and are watching from Cabot tonight. And are a little leery of their creepy relative Jason. Back the other direction. That would be Jason Moyer, our director, tonight punching all the buttons, who can mute us at any time, actually.
Well, you know, we're trying to be quiet because he's the one that has to sign our paychecks still.
This is true. Sherilyn McMenemy gives it down low to the open Kristen Seltzer. Seltzer double-teamed, an outlet pass to Haney. Here's Montana Lewis. Three-pointers in and out, no good. And if you have a long-distance request or dedication, you can hit us up on Facebook or Twitter.
We'll do our best to try to get those shout-outs for you.
Keep those feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars. Into the front court, Bailey Welch swings it around to Nikki Nestor. A long threes off the iron, no good. And now the basketball's dragged across the baseline, so with the last touch by Harding.
You know, I know I've been talking about defense quite a lot here tonight, but there's only been 3 turnovers for the Savage Storm and 2 turnovers for the Harding Lady Bison. That tells you really what type of defense they're playing, just that aggressive, tough. So it's not really one team really messing themselves up, as the other team is just pressuring them into mistakes and bad shots.
An underhanded shot off the glass, no good. The basketball almost knocked out of bounds. Montana Lewis comes up with it. Tabitha Haney gets it back over to Lewis on the right wing. Back up top to Ariel Saunders. Back to Lewis. Montana in 3-point range. Cross-court pass and a long three. It's on the way, off the rim, no good. An outlet pass back over to Ariel Saunders. Back to the right wing, McMenemy. Down low on the left side of the base, or the paint. We've got a jump ball called.
And that was a good job by number 11 for the Savage Storm, Bailey Welch. 5'5" guard to slide in there and grab the jump ball.
McMenemy from the top of the key. Takes it in the paint. 2-point shots on the way it in.
McMenemy, good job there with the turnaround jumper. Use her size advantage to jump across. And looks like a quick turnover.
9:53 left to go in the first half. Harding leading at 14-9.
Savage Storm looking like to apply a little backcourt pressure to get a turnover, as they are down 5 and try to change up the pace a little bit.
Tabitha Henry back over to the near side, and Montana Lewis back to the right wing. McMenemy down in the paint area. Saunders tries to pass out to another teammate, but the whistle blows and the Storm gets to move it the other direction.
And the Storm got a break there, as that shot would have been good for 3. However, they're able to get the whistle and get the ball.
9:30 left to go in the first half. 14-9 our score. Down in the paint. Here are the ladies. Brooklyn Horton in the ball game now. She'll fire a 3. It's off the rim and no good.
Savage Storm only shooting about 20% so far here tonight. And that's kind of one of the main reasons it's down. Once again, that aggressive Harding defense forcing the bad shot. If you can keep that up throughout the rest of the game, Lady Bisons have a good chance of making it to the finals.
Montana Lewis back over to Tabitha Haney. Her shot for 3 won't good. Back the other direction. The ladies of the Savage Storm end up with a jump ball.
Going back to the rebounding statistics. Harding with 15 rebounds. Savage Storm only, with 10 rebounds, +5 for the Harding Lady Bison. And that's going to be a big key later on in the game with the rebounding numbers.
Inbound pass is coming. And we'll see what happens. With the right wing. A drive to the bucket. The shot is missed. Everybody goes after the rebound. The jump ball is called again.
Both teams doing a good job of being aggressive. I believe that's the second or third jump ball we've had here within just a few minutes of each other. So both teams doing a good job of avoiding fouling, but able to get a hold of the ball. And with the alternating possession, arrows, the next one will go to the Savage Storm.
Inbound throw is going to come back over to Barty. She'll work it out to the right wing, and Kristen Seltzer back to Callie Barty, back to Montana Lewis. Down to the right corner. A quick pass inside. Montana Lewis back to McMenemy. Her shot for threes off the rim and no good.
If you notice there in that last possession, Ariel Saunders seems like she had a body or two around her at all times, and you can't really blame her that she has 10 of Harding's 14 points.
7:53 left to go in the first half. Our score 14-9. Harding leading it by 5 back after this. To 9 our score, 7:53 left to go in the first half. Blake Smith along with you. I'm Brad Merrill.
Well, today I think we've been seeing more of a defensive struggle, I think is what it's called. Two really good defenses going after each other, and the numbers prove that theory, as Harding has not yet to hit a 3 out of 6 attempts. And only 7 of 20 from the field, shooting at 35% are the Lady Bison. On the other side, however, the Savage Storm were able to hit 2 of their 6 threes, 33.3%, while only shooting 20% from the field. However, Harding not yet to take any, Harding with only 1 free throw attempt, and they weren't able to get that. However, the Savage Storm shooting 50% from the charity stripe.
7:53 left to go in the first half. Inbound pass given to Nikki Nestor. Nestor back over to the left wing, and Jessica Hess. Down to the right corner, Ashley Hobbs. Back up top, long threes on the way it in. 14-12 our score, making it a long two, 14-11.
And that 3 right there will be kind of the main weapon of the Savage Storm. It appears they're not having much luck on the inside, so they're going to have to try to get the perimeter game going to keep up with this taller Lady Bison team.
Marti hands it off to an open teammate. McMenemy back down to Montana Lewis. Lewis to Marti, a 3-pointer's off the rim and no good. Lewis tries to stick it back up and in and can't do it. 6:59 left to go in the half.
Should be Lady Bison ball as they're unable to get it. And both teams playing really aggressive. As we've seen the shot clock run down to the final seconds and 2 straight possessions. And there is a foul.
Back at the free throw line, Kristen Seltzer.
Playing for her hometown, Searcy, Arkansas Lady Bison.
Yes. Next free throw is up and coming. Shots on the way and in. 16-11 our score. And now the basketball slapped out of bounds by Seltzer as Southeastern Oklahoma tries to bring it into the front court. Long threes off the iron, no good. And Marti will move it the other direction.
Harding doing a good job with the rebounds, being able to out-rebound the little bit smaller Savage Storm by 6 so far, 17-11. That's the main reason why they're up by 5.
Nikki Nestor into the front court. She'll move it off to the left side, and Jessica Hess. From the left wing, a dribble inside, a shot's blocked. 6:07 left to play here.
And one thing the Savage Storm are going to have to work on is getting the offensive rebounds. They've only had 1 so far this game.
Down low, McMenemy gets it over to Montana Lewis. Her shot for threes off the yard and no good. 5:50 left to play here. 16-11 our score. Harding leading it by 5.
Lady Bison's doing a good job of controlling the boards, which is exactly what their game plan was. They're a little bit taller. We saw the Golden Suns, even though they were taller, not be able to fight as well as Lady Bisons are against the Golden Suns.
Into the front court. An underhanded shot not happening for Nikki Nestor. And back the other direction, here comes Tabitha Haney. Haney back on the near side. Long threes off the iron, no good. Seltzer with the basketball. Back to Montana Lewis. And now a whistle and a foul.
Both teams playing pretty tough defense. Only 9 fouls though total for both teams. So they're playing very fundamental and solid defense and not fouling.
And now the whistle blows, and Southeastern Oklahoma's going to get it after a foul away from the basketball.
Coffey just came in for the Savage Storm. She's a pretty good shooter herself, though not able to get much going here in the early part of the game, but you have to always watch out for her. She can hit it about anywhere.
A missed shot, and now Harding will move it the other direction. Haney gives it out to Saunders, now to McMenemy. Seltzer down low. Finds Ariel Saunders. She goes up. She makes contact with another player.
And it looks like they're going to call it out of bounds. Actually, Hobbs with the nice block there on a little bit taller Saunders. Good timing of the jump.
McMenemy out to Montana Lewis. Lewis down to the right side of the paint. McMenemy back up front. Finds Haney. Her shot for twos off the iron, no good.
And again, we see that shot clock work down to its final few seconds before a shot is made. Not even really a good shot. She was falling away from the basket. Both these teams just don't quit on the board, and that shot brings it within 3.
16-13 our score. Then Haney back over to the right wing. Finds Montana Lewis. Here's McMenemy. Back up front, long threes on the way, off the iron, no good. Lewis with the rebound. The stick backs up and in.
And that we're seeing a big key to this game is the offensive rebounds. Southeastern Oklahoma State not able to get very many. And if you can't get your own points, your own putbacks, it's hard to get points.
Down on the baseline, the basketball's tipped out of play. 3:53 left to go, first half. And we'll take a timeout. The Harding Bisons lead the Savage Storm of Southeastern Oklahoma. We're back after this.
The NCAA Division II student-athlete experience goes beyond the classrooms and playing fields. It means a commitment to service and community, helping organizations like the Make-A-Wish Foundation by raising money to help grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions. Kids like Jacob.
Some student athletes gave of their time and their energy to raise the money.
It was fun to meet Jeff Gordon.
NCAA Division II, training student athletes for lifelong achievement.
18-13 our score. Harding leading Southeastern Oklahoma State. Grant Merrill, Blake Smith along with you from the Bruin Sports Arena in Bartlesville, USA.
You know, you're talking about Bartlesville just a little bit. I know we talked about this about every day or every time we've been on air. I tell you, I can't help it. This place is just too good.
Absolutely. I just want to. The way they've treated us, I almost want to pack up and stay here.
I wouldn't mind having a place here, that's for sure.
Maybe a summer home.
Especially off my college salary, I'm sure I can afford that.
I just borrow the money from JBM Productions bank account.
Of course, they wouldn't even notice it missing.
Yeah, absolutely. If I had Jason Moyer's money, I'd burn mine. 3:53 left to go in the first half. Inbound pass, give it in to Horton. Her shot for two's on the way and in. 18-15 our score.
Southern Storm not quite going away just yet as they've been able to hang in there with the Harding Bison, who haven't really been behind, but they haven't been really able to pull away either.
McMenemy's shot on the way and in. 20-15 our score. Back the other direction. Horton tries to go for the shot. Up and under, 2-point shot, hangs on the rim and it won't fall.
And it talks about rebounding being so key in this game. That's exactly what we're seeing. Only one rebound still for the Southeastern Oklahoma Savage Storm. And they're going to have to pick that number up if they want to have a chance in this.
McMenemy back to Haney on the near side. Back to McMenemy. 2-point shots on the way it in. 22-15 our score. Harding leading it by 7. Down low, 2-point shot. It's on the way and in, underhanded. 22-17 our score.
It's about the most offense we've seen out of this game so far tonight. Both teams finally able to find something of a rhythm.
From the left side, Montana Lewis drives in, brings it over to McMenemy. Now to the right wing, Haney. Back to Lewis. Up front, 2-point shot. Hangs on the rim and it won't fall. Ariel Saunders brings it back over to Haney.
Saunders started off the game really hot. At one point, 10 of 12 Harding's points.
We'll take a timeout. 2 minutes left. 22-17 Harding. Back after this.
Welcome back. Getting ready to start the game here. I'm Blake Smith. Grant Merrill will be joining us here again shortly. The Harding Lady Bison rebounding the pass. Number 3, McMenemy. Finds Saunders on the inside. However, give it away, but the Savage Storm not able to hang on to it. And it looked like it will be Southeastern ball anyway. 22-17 your score with just under 2 minutes left to go in the first half of play. Savage Storm doing a good job trying to find some room to the inside. And number 44, Whitney Coffey back out to the outside. And that's going to be number 23. Hobbs, again, the leading scorer for the Southeastern Oklahoma team, finds a 3-ball. Just 2 of 4 from deep with 8 total points as Harding brings it back across. And Minami trying to find Saunders on the inside. There's going to be a whistle and a foul as Saunders passed it off to Lewis. Lewis went up, not able to get a hold of the ball. However, there is going to be a trip to the free throw line for her efforts. 1:26 remaining left to go in the half. 22-20 your score as the Savage Storm is able to crawl back from a 7-point deficit to get the game within 2. Lewis's first free throw is up and off the rim.
1:26 left to go in the first half. 22-20 our score. Harding leading it.
I'd like to welcome back Grant Merrill.
Next free throws on the way and in. Nature was making an emergency phone call.
Well, sometimes you got to answer.
Out at the top of the key, Nikki Nestor swings it around the edge of the arc to Bailey Welch. Welch down on the right side of the paint, finds it open. Claire, 3-pointers on the way in for Whitney Coffey. Tied at 23. A minute left. Harding into the front court. Haney brings it back over to an open teammate. Montana Lewis. There's our girl from Bella Vista.
Both teams able to find a little bit of rhythm right now. They've scored more or less double the points they have almost the entire first half combined here in the last 8 minutes.
40 seconds left. 25-23 our score. Long threes on the way, in and out, no good.
You have to watch Coffey from the outside, a very dangerous three-point shooter. And she's tall too, so she can go for about anything you can throw at her.
Out of the backcourt, Tabitha Haney. Takes it to the top of the key, gives it off to Montana Lewis. Eight seconds, 7 seconds. Back to the left side of the paint. 2-point shots on the way and in. Look at that, Ariel Saunders.
And who else would it be but Ariel Saunders? That's going to give her 12 points of Harding's 27.
27-23 our score. We're back in the bed. You're at halftime as Harding leads Southeastern Oklahoma State 27-23. Hang on, we'll be right back.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion. I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness. I like balance.
That's why I chose.
I chose Division II.
In Division II, we believe our student athletes should be engaged with community and learn civic responsibility. For example, in Pensacola, Florida, over 500 Division II student athletes partnered with Habitat for Humanity to help build 6 new homes.
I have 2 children, 7 and 9, 2 boys. This will be our first home.
It's a great life experience to be able to help people out.
To see other ways NCAA Division II schools are engaging with their communities, log on to diicommunity.org.
We know you want family-friendly sporting events.
Sporting events where you can be comfortable
and entertained in a positive environment. Watching great individuals and teams compete.
With commitment, effort, and good sportsmanship. That's what the Division II Game Environment Initiative is about.
Be a part of the excitement and find out why. These student athletes say with pride,
I chose
Division II.
The NCAA Division II student-athlete experience goes beyond the classrooms and playing fields. It means a commitment to service and community, helping organizations like the Make-A-Wish Foundation by raising money to help grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions, kids like Jacob.
Some student athletes gave of their time and their energy to raise the money.
It was fun to meet Jeff Gordon.
NCAA Division II, training student athletes for lifelong achievement.
We explore dozens of complex subjects, but sometimes the world sees college students as being the same, lumps us together. That's okay. Because the world may underestimate what we can do as strong, responsible, highly trained, and confident Christian professionals. And isn't that what the world needs? Qualities taught one-on-one and valued by us all in a place of faith, learning, and living. Harding University. We were drawn here from all 50 states and more than 50 different nations. We are 7,000 students of languages, arts, sciences, and life. As diverse as our origins and as different as our backgrounds are, it's remarkable how much we have in common here in this place of faith, learning, and living. Harding University. Healing takes time. It also takes knowledge and expertise. Here we learn to reach out to and care for others through the application of medicine and true compassion. We understand that our mission is to take our training and abilities out into the world where they can and do heal the lives of others. For us, that mission began in a place of faith, learning, and living. Harding University.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
$144 All-Americans. Over $14 million in athletic facility improvements since 2005. The 2000 Baseball National Championship. Southeastern Athletics is striving to be the model NCAA Division II university.
You know how how they say go to your happy place? I'm already there because I'm a college student at Southeastern Oklahoma State University. What's not to love about great friends and faculty, an amazing campus, and a quality education to prep me for success? It's more than a great value. It's a great life, 24/7, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Did you know the Ford F-150 was just named Motor Trend's 2012 Truck of the Year? It's all in the name. Motor Trend. See, the Ford F-150 is the only truck out there with EcoBoost, which is a powerful motor that also delivers on the trend of excellent gas mileage. It's the perfect combo, power and fuel economy. Try 365 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque, and an estimated 22 miles per gallon. No other truck engine has numbers like that. This is the future. This is the Ford F-150, built Ford tough.
Okay, here's your situation. You started college but didn't finish. So instead of making this much money, you make this much. Going back to school would help you make more, but that costs this much, which we've already determined you don't have. It also takes time. And with work and family, how much of that do you really have? You've heard about online schools. Who hasn't? But they're expensive, and you wonder if online degrees really help. So what you'd like is a degree from a local university with a name that everyone knows and respects, with the convenience of taking classes online. Well, with Arkansas Tech's accelerated degree track, you can earn your bachelor's online. No on-campus time required. You'll be surprised at how many credit hours Tech will accept. You can even receive credit for prior learning. And best of all, instead of costing this much, it's less than half. In as little as 18 months, you could walk across the stage with your degree and the potential to earn this. If you have at least 30 hours college credit, finish your degree with Arkansas Tech. Call or visit us online now.
I am a competitor.
I am tradition.
I am a leader.
I am a legacy.
I am honor.
I am a champion.
Do you have what it takes to be a boll weevil? I am Chancellor Jack Lester, and we are the University of Arkansas at Monticello.
NCAA championships are something special.
Filled with memories we will carry with us for the rest of our lives.
We ask that you cheer hard for your institutions.
Acting responsibly and courteously towards those around you.
In the spirit of sportsmanship, enjoy the game, and let's provide our student athletes, coaches, officials, and fellow fans the respect they deserve.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion. I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why I chose.
I chose.
I chose Division II.
In Division II, we believe our student athletes should be engaged with community and learn civic responsibility. For example, in Pensacola, Florida, over 500 Division II student athletes partnered with Habitat for Humanity to help build 6 new homes.
I have 2 children, 7 and 9, 2 boys. This will be our first home.
It's a great life experience to be able to help people out. To see other ways NCAA Division II schools are engaging with their communities, log on to diicommunity.org.
We know you want family-friendly sporting events.
Sporting events where you can be comfortable
and entertained in a positive environment. Watching great individuals and teams compete.
With commitment, effort, and good sportsmanship. That's what the Division II Game Environment Initiative is about.
Be a part of the excitement and find out why.
These student athletes say with pride,
I chose.
I chose. I chose Division II.
Welcome back. 27-23 our score as the Harding Bisons lead Southeastern Oklahoma State by 4. Grant Merrill, Blake Smith in with you from the Bruin Sports Arena in Bartlesville, Oklahoma. And another half of basketball for tonight, and then it's all championship finals from there.
Yeah, I tell you, these games today have been pretty good so far, and they're only going to get better as the championships conclude tomorrow as the Southeastern Savage Storm look to finish taking on the Harding Bison, who are up by 4 at the moment, for a chance to face
Southwestern Oklahoma State.
Southwestern Oklahoma State in the finals. Both men's and girls for Southwestern Oklahoma State will be in the finals tomorrow.
Pecola's Ashley Hobbs inbounds the basketball, gets it back. Takes it down to the baseline, and now we've got Coffey out of the right wing. Coffey dribbling forward, fires a 2. It draws on, it won't go. 27-23 our score.
Interesting stat. I looked up at the half. Harding University has yet to make a 3-pointer in this game. They are 0 for 10 from beyond the arc right now, and they're going to look to hopefully change that in the second half.
Tabitha Haney around the edge of the arc. Finds an open player. 3-point shot won't go.
Well, I guess make that 0 for 11.
The end of the front court. Here's a 3-pointer on the way off the back iron, and no good for Nikki Nestor.
Although the big advantage does go to the Harding Lady Bison in the rebound department. 28 rebounds for Lady Bison, only 13 for the Savage Storm so far.
Out at the top of the key, Tabitha Haney with a pass inside. Ariel Saunders fires a 2. It falls short, won't go. 27-23 our score. Out of the backcourt, Nikki Nestor. Nestor with a bounce pass to the right wing. Long threes, in and out, no good. Rebound, Tabitha Haney. Haney gives it up to Montana Lewis. And now a foul called, an offensive foul that will leave Southeastern Oklahoma to take it the other direction. And here's the replay.
Take a look down there near the paint. Defender had her feet set, and Harding Lady Bison player just kind of ran into her, and the refs are going to call that about every time.
And here come the Savage Storm. Long threes on the way in. 27-26 our score. Nikki Nestor doing the honors.
Nestor, really good shooter from long range, and three-pointer really keeping the Savage Storm in this game as they've hit 4-12 from beyond the arc, shooting 33%. However, as I mentioned before, the Lady Bison 0 for 11 behind the three-point line.
27-26 our score. Back at the free throw line, Saunders will do the honors.
Saunders having a really good game so far. 12 points already, 6 of 11. 0 for 1 from the free throw line so far tonight.
Next free throw is on its way in.
And make that 1 and 2.
Next free throw is up and coming. Shots off the iron, no good. Out at the top of the key, a long threes off the back iron, no good. Back the other direction. Here comes Tabitha Haney. Haney back over to Callie Barty. Her shot falls short, won't go. Back the other direction, Nikki Nestor. Nestor pushes forward, finds Jessica Hess. Back to Bailey Welch. Welch double teamed.
Good job by Sona. Let's play for the Savage Storms. They're able to make an athletic play on the baseline. However, they couldn't get any points off of it. And Harding able to turn that to 2 points of their own.
30-26 our score. 17-18 left to play.
Savage Storm going to have to try to find an answer for that Harding inside game if they want to hope to make a run.
From the right wing, a trip inside, and now Haney comes up with it. Tabitha Haney back over to Ariel Saunders.
The Harding Lady Bison have doubled up the Savage Storm in the rebound department. 32 rebounds for the Lady Bison so far tonight. Only 16 for the Savage Storm. They're going to have to increase that number. They want to have a chance as this game goes on.
So now Southeastern Oklahoma State will move it the other direction. And here they come. 2-point shots off the glass, no good. Now a player goes to the ground, and we've got a whistle and a foul after a collision with Nikki Nestor. Watch this.
The replay right there. She's able to go through contact and use her offhand to just barely get the ball inside. And she'll have a chance for the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Another 2-point shots on the way in. Back the other direction, here comes the Storm. 33-26 our score. From the left wing, Bailey Welch.
And it's a good block by the Lady Bison, who really dominated the inside part.
Into the front court, Montana Lewis gets it off to Callie Barty. Now the basketball tipped out of bounds, last touch Harding.
Saunders not able to corral that one in. That's going to be the 8th turnover so far for the Lady Bison.
15:42 left to play. 33-26 our score. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the GAC Sports Network. Welcome back. 33-26 our score. Brad Barrel, Blake Smith along with you. 15:42 left to play in this ball game.
Pretty good ball game so far. Both teams not able to create any distance between each other. Lady Bison, however, with the lead. And the biggest stat of the night, the rebounding department. As I mentioned, whoever could get the most rebounds tonight probably had the best chance of winning. And the Harding Lady Bison doing that in bundles with 35 rebounds for them so far. With 15:42 left to go in the first half compared to the Savage Storm's 16.
15:36 left to play. 33-26 our score. Long threes off the rim, no good. Rebound, Tabitha Henry. Henry into the front court. Takes it down to the right wing. Giving it off to Kristen Seltzer. Back to Montana Lewis. Her shot in and out, no good. 33-26 our score. Into the front court. 15 minutes left to play. Down to the paint. 2-point shots blocked. And tipped out of bounds, so now we'll see how they respond here. The Storm will send it back into play.
That Harding defense so tough in the middle, as we've seen so many times tonight, as that's going to be the 5th block of the night for the Lady Bison.
14:57 left to play. A travel called, and now Harding will take it the other direction. Out of the backcourt, Tabitha Haney will bring it off to Callie Bartee. Down to McMenemy. 2-point shots in and out, no good.
And Savage Storm doing a good job of getting the rebounds here in the last couple possessions. Hoping to keep that up. And we also saw a little bit of backcourt pressure as well.
Back up front. Bailey Welch gives it down low. 2-point shots on the way it in for Jessica Hess. That's actually Hesse, and it's 33-28. Out of the top of the key. Seltzer brings it back over to Tabitha Haney. Haney down to the paint, double teamed. Actually, Saunders fires it too. It's over the rim and no good.
Saunders with a big early game going, actually at one point having 10 of Lady Bison's 12 points to start the game off early in the first half. A great interesting stat, 0 from 11 to Lady Bison. Not often you see a team with a lead when they're shooting that bad from behind the arc.
In the front court, here they come. The Savage Storm at the top of the key. The whistle blows and a foul away from the basketball.
Both teams doing pretty good so far the second half with the fouls. That's only the 4th foul between the two teams in the second half. So we're seeing a lot of tough but fundamental basketball defense. But just like that, a quick turnover and Savage Storm will take over near their own basket.
33-28 our score. In the paint, 2-point shots on the way it in. And here comes Southeastern Oklahoma State's Jessica Hesse.
All the pressure being applied on the Lady Bison. Trying to create the turnovers and get back within. They are within 3, but trying to hopefully cut that lead down and get up on it and force Harding into some bad decisions.
Lewis down low, misses a shot. 33-30, Harding leading. Back the other direction. The Storm down to the baseline. Horton brings it back up top. A long threes on the way it in.
And the Savage Storm comes storming back with that long 3. Harding trying to find an answer.
Down in the paint, Saunders gets it knocked away. That is a pink shirt up there.
Wow, that was pretty much glowing on the monitor.
Blinded by the light.
Not going to lose her in the dark, that's for sure.
Long threes on the way in and out, no good.
And the three-point woes continue for Lady Bison. That's going to make it 0 and 12 for tonight from beyond the arc.
Back up front, a long 3. Was thought about, but up and under. Bailey Welch comes up.
So
and now we've got a whistle on the foul.
Take a look at the replay right here. Did a good job driving lane. However, the block looked like by Saunders just as her arm came down. That's number 11 for Southeastern Oklahoma State. Bailey Welch went up and just kind of forced her to the ground. The referee going to call that whistle.
12:24 left to play. 34-33 our score. Southeastern takes a 1-point lead. Out around the edge of the arc. Tabitha Haney with the basketball. Now the basketball knocked down low.
That was good awareness by Saunders. She realized she was going to be in the double team and try to get it back out to her teammate. Wide open beyond the perimeter. However, there's going to be a foul. We're going to take a look at the replay. See right there, right when Saunders gets it inside, she tries to pass it out to number 00, Montana Lewis. But there was a whistle and a foul. Anyway, we're going to take over.
"12 minutes, 1 second left to go in this ball game." Back the other direction. Here come the Savage Storm. Down low, 2-point shots blocked. We've got a timeout on the floor. 11:49 left to play, 34-33 our score. Southeastern Oklahoma with a 1-point lead. We're back after this.
We explore dozens of complex subjects, but sometimes the world sees college students as being the same, lumps us together. That's okay, because the world may underestimate what we can do as strong, responsible, highly trained, and confident Christian professionals. And isn't that what the world needs? Qualities taught one-on-one and valued by us all in a place of faith, learning, and living. Harding University.
Want to say hello to Lane Pace, who's watching the ball game and following us on Twitter tonight. The commissioner is checking the Twitter himself. He doesn't have no hired help to check the Twitter. He just does it himself.
Well, you know, if you want to get a shout out, best way to do it is through the commissioner. That is pretty much a guaranteed way to do it.
34-33 our score. 11:49 left to play.
Savage Storm actually doing a really good job in the rebounding department here lately. As Harding's only been able to get 3 of the last 7 of the last 10 have gone to the Savage Storm in the rebounds. Jessica
Hesse from the right wing dribbles inside, double team. She'll kick it back out to Haley Schaefer. Schaefer fires a 2. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound with the stick backs on the way up and in.
It's going to put the Savage Storm up by 3. Harding's going to have to try to find a way to get that perimeter shot falling. They want to try to mix it up as the Savage Storm are just swarming the inside.
Up front, 2-point shots on the way it in. And back the other direction. Southeastern Oklahoma takes the other direction. Horton brings it back over to the top of the key. Down in the paint. Closely guarded. Nestor gets it back over to Bailey Welch. Back to Nestor. Down low to Haley Schaefer. 2-point shot, falls short, draws iron, and it won't go. 36-35 our score. And now at the free throw line, Haley Schaefer is going to take the free throws. First one's up and coming. Shots on the way in.
That's going to put the Savage Storm over 50% from the free throw line tonight. Already shooting 62%. However,
another free throws on the way in. 38-35 our score. McMenemy out of the backcourt. Takes it up front, giving it back off to Nikki Nestor, or Tabitha Haney. Tabitha Haney around the edge of the arc to Kristen Seltzer to McMenemy. 2-point shots on the way it in. 38-37 our score.
So a little bit about this game. Only 12 free throws have been shot so far.
Back up front. Outlet pass is blocked. 10-15 left to play. Montana Lewis with the basketball. She'll find Tabitha Haney. Haney from the right wing. 10:07 left to play. McMenemy Tabitha Haney back down low, finds Ariel Saunders. Long threes on the way, off the back iron, no good.
Lady Bison just not having any luck at all from beyond the arc tonight. I believe that's going to make them 0-12 beyond the three-point line.
Down to the paint. A travel called, and now looks like Southeastern Oklahoma will take it the other direction. 9:38 left to play, 38-37 our score.
Lady Bison are going to have to get at least a couple of threes falling in order to take off some of that inside pressure, as the Savage Storm are just waiting inside the paint for the Lady Bison.
2-point shots on the way and in. Just like that, Haley Schaefer gets that one. 40-37 our score. Out of the backcourt for Harding, Tabitha Haney. Pushing forward to Montana Lewis. Lewis across the time stripe. Kicks it left wing, back over to an open teammate. McMenemy down low. Saunders for two. Her shot's on the way it in.
That's going to give Saunders a game-high 15 points so far tonight. 6 of 12, shooting 50% from the field.
Down to the left wing. Back over to Bailey Welch it goes. Long threes on the way it in. Nikki Nestor nails that one, and Southeastern Oklahoma leads it by 4.
Well, we see the advantage of being able to make threes, 6 for 16 so far tonight. Harding, however, 0 for 12 beyond the arc, and that's one of the major reasons why they're down right now. And Savage Storm been able to come back into this, storm back and take a lead.
McMenemy down to the paint. 2-point shots on the way it in.
And she's going to try for the three-point play.
She draws the foul, and Ariel Saunders is headed to the free throw line.
So after earning her 3 points the hard way, as they figure if they can't get it from outside the arc, we'll just take the free throw.
First and only free throws up and coming for Ariel Saunders. It's on the way in good.
It's going to put her 2 for 4 from the line tonight. She has 16 rebounds, by the way.
If the Storm takes it the other direction, they travel with it. And now Allie Stone is back up on her own power with no injury. Luckily, Saunders trying to inbound it. We have a foul away from the basketball.
Looks like it will still remain in Harding possession.
Into the front court. Here comes McMenemy. So hand off to Barty. Down low, the basketball tipped out of bounds, and we've got a timeout. 7:58 left to play here. Southeastern Oklahoma leading Harding 43-42. We're back after this on the GAC Sports Network.
I love learning.
I believe in service. I am full of passion.
I embody sportsmanship.
I trust in my resourcefulness.
I like balance.
That's why I chose.
I chose.
I chose.
I chose.
I chose.
I chose Division II.
All right, we welcome you back. 43-42 our score. Southeastern Oklahoma State leading Harding for the long three-pointer. It's on the way and in. Look at that. Calvin Bartee gets that one.
Bartee, the first three-pointer of the game so far tonight for Harding. And Harding with the quick turn, picking up a little momentum here late in the second half.
McMenemy turns it back over, gives it off to Bartee. She'll take it over to the left side. Seltzer hands off to Montana Lewis. Back up top, long three! On the way it in. Callie Bartee, 48-43. Harding back to a 5-point lead.
Harding, just like that, we're from 0 to 12 for 2 for 2. In just a matter of seconds, thanks to Bartee coming in and finding a long-range shot.
Back up at the top of the arc, Nikki Nestor. Long threes off the iron, no good. Seltzer will take it back the other direction. 7 minutes left to play here. 48-43 our score. This may be the most watched game we have had all tournament long. Seltzer, top of the key to McMenemy.
Well, they picked a good one to tune into. This has been a great game back and forth the entire way. That three, however, up and no good.
Seltzer back to Sherilyn McMenemy. 6:36 left to go. Montana Lewis with the basketball. Basketball almost knocked away. And now we've got substitutions forthcoming. 48-43 our score. 6:29 left to play the ball game.
And that big 6 points.
We've got a timeout on the floor. All right. We'll take a break and be back right after this. 48-43 our score as Harding leads it by 5. You're watching the GAC Sports Network. To 43 our score. Harding leads Southeastern Oklahoma. Grand Barrel Blake Smith along with you tonight here on the GAC Sports Network. Inbound pass is coming from McMenemy. Back to Bartee. Harding with a 5-point lead. Montana Lewis at the top of the arc. She'll take it in the paint. And she's fouled. I know she travels. Montana Lewis takes a step without dribbling.
Looks like she lost her balance there. Tried to get it off to an open teammate. However, not able to get it before that foot hit the ground. And they're going to call that traveling.
Into the front court. Southeastern Oklahoma State. Ashley Hobbs takes it over to the right wing to Bailey Welch. Back over to Nikki Nestor. Nestor dribbling inside. Almost gets it knocked away. 2-point shot. It's on the way it is.
That ball took a really nice bounce on the inside of the rim, went straight up, then back down.
Bartee out of the backcourt. Moving left to right. Giving it off to McMenemy. Sherilyn to Bartee again. Now to the left wing to Kristen Seltzer. To Montana Lewis. 5:27 to play. Now the basketball almost knocked away. Lewis tried to save it from going out of bounds, but goes the other direction.
That was a good effort by Lewis anyway. She just barely towed the line as she jumped out of bounds. And Savage Strong take over.
5:21 left to play here. 48-45 our score. Bailey Welch back down to the right wing. Finds Jessica Hesse, her shot for 2, missing and no good. She gets her own rebound, puts back the stick back, and it's 48-47.
See Savage Storm switching to that full court pressure, and it's been working so far for them tonight as Harding has rushed some of their shots and not been able to quite stick to the game plan.
McMenemy fires a 2. It's missing and no good. Back the other direction. Here comes the Savage Storm, and now the basketball's dragged out of bounds. While everybody's sending shout-outs and requests and dedications, and I'll do it here in just a second. Oh, no, there's Molly. There's my daughter, Molly Merrill, who's got her headset on, ready to call the games with Daddy. She's back in Little Rock watching tonight. So.
Oh, it looks like she's rubbing off on her a little bit anyway.
We're trying to get her to pick another profession. Maybe we can get her to go to Harding and then become a doctor or something.
Well, I know you wouldn't mind that too much.
Back at the free throw line, Kristen Seltzer. First free throws up and coming. Shots up. Shots on the way it in. Next free throws up and coming. Shots on the way it in. 4:35 left to play, Blake.
So sort of 4-4 from the free throw line tonight, shooting 100% at the charity line.
Back up top, Brooklyn Horton out of the right wing. Long threes off the rim, no good for Ashley Hobbs. And back the other direction, here comes Tabitha Haney. Haney back over to Sherilyn McMenemy. Down in the paint, Ariel Saunders. She kicks it back over to Haney. Back up top. Haney again gives it down to McMenemy. 2-point shots on the way it in.
Great move by McMenemy. She made a nice spin toward the basket and was able to get up to three. Now the long ball, three is up, no good.
Long threes missing. Back with the basketball is Hobbs. She'll take it down to the left side of the paint. Back to the right wing. It'll be Nikki Nestor with the basketball. And now a whistle and a foul. And we've got a timeout. 3:29 left to go. 52-47 our score. Back after this.
The NCAA Division II student-athlete experience goes beyond the classrooms and playing fields. It means a commitment to service and community, helping organizations like the Make-A-Wish Foundation by raising money to help grant the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions. Kids like Jacob.
Some student athletes gave of their time and their energy to raise the money.
It was fun to meet Jeff Gordon.
NCAA Division II, training student athletes for lifelong achievement.
52-47. We got Molly back on the screen. Look at that, Blake. Don't know how that happened, but she's watching back at home tonight. She's getting ready for bed in Little Rock. She's at her mom's this weekend. So I'm so glad that we got a chance to say hi to her. Like we said, hopefully she will choose a better profession than being a sportscaster, something that pays the bills a little better. So here's.
I know you'd be happy to see her. Nice to see her daddy running off the board. I'm surprised she's not already working the radio stations.
Yeah, she's already working to the 1 hour sometimes. Be in there and help me produce commercials and stuff. She's a sweet little girl. 52-47 our score. You can see some of the other parents in the crowd who are proud of their daughters who are playing tonight. 2-point shots on the way and in for Southeastern Oklahoma State. 3:13 left to play. Back up top, Sherilyn McMenemy. (52-49) our score, and that score just changed. 54-49 our score.
McMenemy with two really good plays back to back. It just kind of almost looked like more of a prayer shot, just kind of falling down and threw it up, and it happened to fall in.
And here's a three on its way and in. 2:42 left to play. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this. Harding leading it by 2.
Division II, we believe our student athletes should be engaged with community and learn civic responsibility. For example, in Pensacola, Florida, over 500 Division II student athletes partnered with Habitat for Humanity to help build 6 new homes.
I have 2 children, 7 and 9, 2 boys. This will be our first home.
It's a great life experience to be able to help people out.
To see other ways NCAA Division II schools are engaging with their communities, log on to diicommunity.org.
2:42 left to play in this one, 54-52 our score. Brad Merrill, Blake Smith along with you on the GAC Sports Network. Inbound pass is going to come from Ariel Saunders. She'll swing it around the edge of the arc to Callie Bartee. Bartee back to Tabitha Haney. Haney out of the backcourt, takes it across the time stripe, moving it back over to Bartee.
Going back to Saunders. Saunders having herself a heck of a game. 16 rebounds and 18 points for her so far tonight.
Three-pointer coming. It's on the way in. Harding up by 5.
Who else but Kelly Bartee? She, of the three-pointers Harding's had tonight, she's all 3 of them.
And now the basketball is out of bounds. Let's see what happens here. And now we've got a timeout on the floor. 2:08 left to go. 57-52 our score. Harding up by 5. You can watch how it ends right after this on the GAC Sports Network.
What makes Henderson a better choice in education? Is it the campus or the buildings? Is it class size or professors with PhDs? Is it the cost, the value? What is it about Henderson?
It's me.
A strong educational foundation from Henderson put Richard Jacobs on the road to becoming a doctor. Today, he's at the forefront of pediatric research and care. Henderson prepares today's students for tomorrow because what counts is what you become. Henderson State University.
Welcome back. 2:08 left to go in this one. 57-52 our score. Brad Merrill, Blake Smith along with you for the Bruin Sports Arena in beautiful Bartlesville, Oklahoma. As we are happy to have you along with us on the GAC Sports Network tonight. And we've got a big game here. This winner goes to the finals tomorrow.
We certainly do. This game has been very good so far, and I don't think it's going to disappoint anymore as it goes on. 5-point game with Harding on top.
2:08 left to play here. And let's see what happens. Inbound pass, tipped out of bounds by Haley Schaefer. (57-52), and you can tell that Coach Grover is probably not real happy right now. Sherilyn McMenemy goes to the hoop. 2-point shots on the way it in. Look at that.
And if you thought he wasn't happy, then just how about now? Just look on his face says he couldn't really believe that. McMenemy able to get behind the defense.
Winner of this game to take on SWOSU tomorrow afternoon in the finals. 1:48 left to play. And let's see what happens. (59-52) our score, 1:48 left to go. Long inbound pass, give it into Seltzer. Back to Tabitha Haney. Haney down on the right side of the paint. Swings it back around to Callie Bartee. Bartee back to Tabitha Haney again.
Harding good, content with just playing keep away as the longer the time goes, the more that it's on their size as they're now up by 9.
61-52 our score. And it looks like the girls from Searcy may be the ones playing the girls from Weatherford tomorrow. The two extremes of the conference. 2-point shots on the way it in. Timeout on the floor, and we'll take it right here. Keys to victory for both of these ball clubs, Blake.
Well, right now with about a minute left, if you're Harding, you just basically have to kind of keep doing what you're doing. Take time off the clock and try to find some room on the inside, which they've been able to so far tonight. Has also been dominating the inside on the boards, 44 rebounds compared to only 27 for the Savage Storm. However, the Savage Storm have been a lot better from the three-point line, knocking down 8 of 22 for 36%. So the Savage Storm just basically have to play smart. We're probably going to see a few fouls coming up, and they're going to have to be able to hit some shots from outside the perimeter. They want to have a chance to come back with only about a minute left.
107 left to go here, 61-54 our score. Inbound pass is going to be given inside to Tabitha Haney. She'll take it out of the backcourt. A minute left. Here comes Callie Barty. Barty back to McMenemy. Sherilyn down on the left side of the paint. Pass through the air to Barty again. Back over on the near side to Seltzer. Kristen Seltzer trying to get past the defender. Hands off to Haney. Tabitha dribbling, trying to keep the ball so that they don't get it. Back down to the left wing. Tabitha for three. Her shot won't go. Rebound. Southeastern Oklahoma. Back up top. Long threes off the yard. No good. 30 seconds to go. A 7-point ball game, and now the whistle blows.
And if you're Southeastern Oklahoma, you really needed that three-point attempt. Now the refs are talking it out. And it looks like the final call is going to be a jump ball. But possession arrow going at Southeastern Oklahoma, so they catch a break there. But they're going to need a couple of points quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Inbound pass taken to the right wing, and now another whistle, another foul. 25.5 seconds left to play in the ball game.
However, still a few fouls to give before they're in the bonus, so Savage Storm have to take it from out of bounds.
Inbound pass coming, and Hesse will take it from the right wing. A shot for two off the rim and no good.
And you have a feeling that it's some pretty crazy comebacks, but you feel pretty confident saying that the Lady Bison are probably going to be advancing on to the championship round, despite their three-point woes during the game, shooting only 3 for 16, and all three of those coming from Barton.
And unfortunately, reality is setting in for Southeastern Oklahoma State, as they will more than likely end the season tonight. Free throws up, free throws good. Another one's coming.
Although if you're Southeastern Oklahoma State, you may not make it to the championship game, but you can't say you didn't have a heck of a tournament. You're the number 8 seed. You come in, upset the top-ranked Golden Suns. So there is something positive to take away from this tournament, that they can be among the better teams in the conference.
From the right wing, long twos off the iron, no good. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. Montana Lewis with the basketball. And the Harding Lady Bisons will go on to take on Southwestern Oklahoma State tomorrow. And just like that, the championship finals are set in the men's and women's division of the Great American Conference Finals.
So we have a heck of a couple games coming up for you tomorrow as well. Tonight we saw a lot of good games. The first game ended with the buzzer beater, and I bet tomorrow will probably be just as exciting, if not more so.
It'll be a 1 o'clock tip between SWOSU and Arkansas Tech. And then it'll be a 3:30 tip for SWOSU and the Harding Lady Bisons. We are done for the evening. Thank you so much for being with us here on the Great American Conference Television Network. Blake Smith, good to work with you again. We'll see you tomorrow.
You too, Grant. I'm sure we'll have a lot more fun tomorrow as well.